This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com with a daily wrestling news update for you. Virgil, through his Twitter that he doesn't actually run, it's run by the Megan boys, the same people that run the Iron Sheik's Twitter, has announced that he has stage 2 colon cancer. He's asking for money. Wasn't too long ago he was asking for money due to dementia. I'm not saying it's not true, but I put the interview I did with him. The link is in the description, and there's probably 3 interviews with him total on this channel. And I would have to say now maybe this is due to dementia, but he's, other than him and Brutus Beefcake, those were by far the 2 most dishonest people that I've noticed from shoot interviews. And a lot of people exaggerate, but between Virgil and Brutus Beefcake, both of them had some pretty blatant untruths in their interview. So unless I actually saw a doctor's note confirming that he has all these diseases, and I'm not saying he doesn't, but just because his interviews have been questionable, some of the facts that he's stated, I don't know. And again, he doesn't even run his Twitter. It's the Megan boys from Megan Boys Entertainment. And I don't even know if Virgil would know how to set up a GoFundMe, to be perfectly honest with you. In other news, Shelton Benjamin, who has wrestled for Great North Wrestling, I put that match in the description as well. He has announced that he is injured. That's a picture of him from when he wrestled for me. He's 46 years old, and he's dealing with an undisclosed injury. So speedy recovery to him. I once had an amateur wrestling match with him prior to a WWE Raw taping in Toronto, and he could not pin me in that amateur wrestling match. However, he definitely beat me by points, but he could not pin me. However, I was not expected to have an amateur wrestling match with him that day and was out of practice, but apparently he often did that in those days before the Raw tapings. Stephanie McMahon did an interview with Deadline regarding WWE being both sports and entertainment, and said, quote, "It's really both. It's like athletic theater. It's the story. That's why you care. You're swept up in the storylines," end quote. Well, their storylines are actually terrible. I'm sorry. I'm so disillusioned by wrestling with how terrible the storylines are, and the characters are so terrible, other than a few. Like, obviously Brock Lesnar has a good character, but they don't have any characters like they did in the old days, where the whole roster, you had the Iron Sheik, Million Dollar Man, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Honky Tonk Man, Macho Man, Andre the Giant, Jake the Snake, Hulk Hogan, Demolition, the Powers of Pain, the Rougeau Brothers, Rockers. So many great characters, and you really can't say that now. I mean, what's Kevin Owens' character? Fat guy in a t-shirt? Seriously. I mean, most of the wrestlers are just so plain and average looking. It's just so boring these days. And by calling it stories all the time, it's just, I'm sick of it. I'll report on it because it's my job, but I have Mike brings up the Nasty Boys. They were also characters. Like, there was very interesting characters, which we don't have anymore. That's why people cared. Corey says, thumbs up from Winnipeg. Well, thanks for the thumbs up. And while you're giving me the thumbs up, everyone else should as well. Appreciate it. Corey says they should bring back Mr. Sacco. Stefan wishes Shelton to get well. Isaac also doesn't know what to believe with Virgil. I mean, one of the lies he told was that he was a math teacher in Pittsburgh, where someone from Pittsburgh actually did the research from the school where he told me that he was a math teacher, and there's absolutely no record of him being a math teacher there. Jason doesn't believe anything he says. I mean, when you're asking for money in the same post where you're announcing stuff and you've just finished asking for money a couple weeks ago, I don't know. Painful says they had some characters back in the UK back in the day. Jay misses pro wrestling. I do too, but I don't think it's coming back, guys. We got the memories. We got the old interviews. And the news is still interesting somewhat. But yeah, I posted an interview that John Paz did with a guy from the Variety magazine today on this channel. I haven't watched it yet, but it basically explains why and how WWE's financials are up despite the fan interest overall being low in professional wrestling. Jimmy laughed so hard when they had Big Mama Sheldon's overweight mother on TV. I don't remember that, but I do like Shelton, and I do respect him. And anyone that wants to watch his match from Great North Wrestling, check out the link in the description of this video. Have a great night. Appreciate everyone. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm just shy of 322,000 subscribers. Help me reach that 322,000 mark and hit the like button. Give me a Saturday night gift and hit the like button. Have a wonderful evening. I had a wonderful day, by the way. I'll kayfabe the reasons why I had a wonderful day. You guys can use your imagination. But it was pretty fun day. Learned some new Spanish words as well. Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video. Then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at The Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos.